Okay, you get the drill. Baki Hama, the debatably strongest human with inside Baki, going up against Toji Zenin, a person who solely relies on physical strength in a world of superpower sorcerers. And thank you again, George, for the donation. For Baki's skyline, it's a lot easier for us manga readers. Spoilers, by the way, but as in the final arc, Baki could confidently fight equal to his father and even beat him in the end. So in Yujiro's scaling, we all know the infamous earthquake feat where he stops the earthquake with one punch. Many have tried to quantify this and usually get to the ranges of multi-city block level to large town level, which is good, but when looking into this feat, we can see that this earthquake is considered big by Baki standards. Even Baki himself is about to fall over to the ground, as well as many others did. A big earthquake is considered anywhere between the 4 to 5 magnitude range, which is anywhere between small city level to city level. And I do think this is consistent, as we have statements of how Yujiro's fist is equal to that of a nuclear bomb by the United States President Obama, even with the anime reiterating this fact. And he doesn't disagree with this either. Hell, even the government has tried to nuke him in his own town. Now, there's one of two interpretations: either he just got away before the nuke went off, or he tanked it. But with the said feat prior, I think it would be most likely that he could logically tank a nuclear blast. It's even stated that all the governments of the world have no way of stopping him, and he could easily take over the world if he wanted to. So I say putting him at city level is pretty much consistent. But if you assume that they mean the strongest nuclear bomb ever created, so that being the TSAR BOMBA, which could generate anywhere between 50 to 100 megatons or around mountain level. Although I do think it's pretty much a stretch, but if you do go in that interpretation, Baki would anywhere between city level to mountain level. Speed on Baki is for the most part fairly consistent, as we have most people dodging bullets or even blitzing people's perception on a daily. These feats range from the subsonic to high hypersonic ranges, but funny enough, even Yujiro is stated to be able to dodge a lightning bolt. This feat's been calced upwards of Mach 342. This can even be consistent, as he has another feat of him reaching at least Mach 441 due to him blocking Baki's punch in such a way, putting Yujiro at massively hypersonic speed ranges. But this is where things get weird, as Baki's supreme jab, as he self-proclaims, that it moves at the speed of light. Now usually you can chalk this up to typical fashion Baki being hyperbolic, as it happens a lot within the series. But in this scenario, we actually see in the quotations that the narrator reiterates the fact that this jab does move at the speed of light or faster. So maybe it's the truth? I mean, if they're casually dodging lightning bolts, the only next thing to go up is light, so you can argue anywhere Baki being massively hypersonic to FTL. Now with all of Baki's demonstrated, he would be a great thorn to Toji's side, and should have the capabilities of even beating him.
You serious?
Wake up to reality.
Okay, but for real, Toji is slamming, it's not even close. It's literally been stated that Maki is equal to Toji, and Maki is someone who can fight equally to a 15-finger Sukuna and arguably stronger. Meaning Toji just scales above all of the disaster curses like Jogo and his domain, which he creates an iron mountain that's been calced upwards of large mountain level, so already greater than a wank Baki. Not to mention Dagon, who can construct an entire tropical island. This feat's been calced upwards to country level, and Toji literally putting him inside a coffin. Something to remember is that domains is the constructions of one's own cursed energy, so they scale to innately. This is all a lowball, mind you, as due to him scaling to a 15-finger Sukuna, which if you are a long-time viewer of my channel, you would know Sukuna easily scales to the planetary ranges, if not way above, with Toji casually scaling to this now. Speed is no different, as Toji's been stated to that the entire Zenin clan only survived due to Toji letting them. And if he wanted to, he would have the power in killing them all in similar fashion to what Maki did, making Toji above any Zenin clan member, such as Nobito, who has been stated to be the fastest sorcerer behind Gojo at the time. This would include the likes of Hikari, as he could point blankly dodge a lightning bolt that's whose feat was calced upwards of Mach 4,760, around 13 times faster than Yujiro's own lightning timing feat. Also, if you think for some reason Hikari is faster than Obito, which you shouldn't, he's still equal to a 15-finger Sukuna who is far beyond the likes of Hikari. Even if you give Baki their faster than light argument, Jujutsu Kaisen has some and are far more believable faster than light arguments. Real quick, I did also make an in-depth video explaining the speed of Jujutsu Kaisen. I highly recommend you check that video out for a more in-depth and better explanation. But basically, Hanami was not only greater than a pre-Black Fest Yuji who was able to perform a sub-relativistic feat, which provides further consistency as Hanmi's dodging a point-blank hollow purple, which is just stated to be imaginary mass, which in nature imaginary mass already moves faster than light. And just assuming that Jogo is the only one that scales to this, 15 Finger Sukuna literally dogs him, and again Toji's equal to him. Hell, even Kenjaku claims if says 15 Finger Sukuna wasn't there to save him, Gojo would have literally killed him, making Sukuna above Kenjaku, who he himself could not only stand up and resist Yuki's black hole's gravity, but even react and activate his technique in said time, which would need to be faster than light in general. Hell, this is even given note to in the manga. But comparing the stats, you can see that Toji is just completely washed all of Baki, and including the whole verse. He would ironically outbox the boxer along with his verse. And hacks are essentially a non-factor. As for one, Toji is far better, I can guarantee you that, but also in comparison, we just see that he's just far faster and stronger, and there's just nothing really Baki can do to defend himself. With that out of the way, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and thank you again for donating this video. I'll be putting my cash up on screen right now, as well as being linked. Remember, you do not have to donate, but it always helps when you do. And don't forget to join the links in the Discord below, and that'll be all. Mr. Crafty, out.